Hey Emily, can CBD gummies cost me my gun rights? We're the Armed Attorneys. Today we're going to be talking about THC, CBD, Delta-8, and whether it can cost you your license to carry a handgun, your LTC. We got this question from the folks over on Reddit, and before we get started though, show your support for the Second Amendment by hitting that like button. But to kick us off, let's start with the discussion of the federal law. Can you give us a rundown of the federal law, Emily?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is an issue all because despite the fact that so many states have legal marijuana or legal CBD products or medical marijuana, the federal government still classifies marijuana and THC as a controlled substance. And anyone who's gone to a gun store to buy a gun knows you fill out that 4473 and it asks you if you're an unlawful user of controlled substances. That includes marijuana. And if the answer is yes, I mean, you're a habitual unlawful user, you don't have the right to purchase or possess firearms. So that is in conflict with state law all over the country, which creates this issue of even if you're legal under state law, do you have gun rights under federal law? And the answer is no.
Yeah, and what's interesting as it applies to Texas license to carry handguns, we have two different issues at play here. One is you have to be fully qualified under federal law in order to be eligible for a Texas LTC. So that makes sense. If you're an unlawful user of or addicted to marijuana, that would knock you out of that criteria. But the second qualifications that I think a lot of people forget about is if at any time you would not meet the eligibility criteria, they can revoke your license to carry. So let's say you were eligible at the time that you applied, but then later become ineligible. They'll revoke your license to carry a handgun. So it's important to talk about. And now the question that we get from our clients all the time is, what about CBD? CBD is legal. It's legal on a federal level. It's not criminalized under state law. And can you walk us through that, Emily?
Yeah. So this last legislative session, 2019, we got these legalized CBD products and the issue started to come about. Well, does that trigger federal law? And the answer is, legally, no, but practically, we may have an issue. Legally, CBD is not THC. However, anyone who has bought some sort of CBD gummy or you go in to buy CBD products, you know that the product you're looking at, it hasn't been evaluated by the FDA. It's not being tested in labs. You don't know whether or not there's actually THC in that product. And in fact, we have had clients who are on bond for, very serious criminal cases for having used self-defense. They use CBD products and they test positive for marijuana on their drug tests. So, we potentially have an issue that you think you are taking a legal CBD product, but are you in fact a habitual user of marijuana as federal law would classify you because there's THC in the products you just didn't know?
Yeah, and we're not dragging all CBD products because there are lab verified products on the market that when you purchase it, it comes along with a report that, hey, we sent this to a scientific lab. We guarantee that there isn't THC in this product. But, your CD gas station downtown, I don't know, the things that they're selling on their counter with the vape pens and other tobacco pipes and things like that, maybe that's not a super trustworthy product. So I would say if there's a takeaway from this is, there's a scale of risk here. And if you want to be completely safe, it's a simple answer. And as lawyers, you hate to hear it is, don't take CBD if you're really worried that it would cause you to become intoxicated, to test positive on a drug test, to make you an unlawful user of, marijuana products, essentially. That's the safe bet, is to not take it. But like I said, not all CBD products are created the same and they're not equal. And so it just depends on what's on the market.
Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoy this content, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and let's fight the anti-2A algorithm by sharing this video.
And as always, we appreciate your questions and comments in the comment section below. And until next time, we are the Armed Attorneys.